Praise to the Most High. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. We live, we alive, and we are thankful. Put in time to creating content for the next 5 to 10 years and see what being consistent gets you. The time for you is now. October 14th, Tuesday, 2025. Some people, it's going to take 5 to 10 years for you to be monetized with your content and start making money. Other people, it's going to go up in a month. Other people, it's going to go up in 5 months. Other people, it's going to go up in 7 months, a year, 2 years. But either way, you are going to go up. It's all about starting. You got all these free platforms. Nobody knows how long these platforms are going to be around. So you might as well take advantage, start creating content, and run the money up. Start creating content and run the money up. All these free apps. You already spend time on these free apps. So how about you start spending time on the free app, creating content on the free app so you can make some money. YouTube, shout out to YouTube. You got Kick, you got Twitch, you got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. All of these platforms are free and they all pay money. All these free apps pay money for simply creating content. Simply creating. When you create, money is on the way. When you create, money is on the way. These are free apps. You got free apps. You download them on your phone, your iPhone, your Android, and you start creating content on them. Next thing you know, 7 months later, you getting paid a check. A year later, you're getting a check. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you're getting a check. You're getting monthly checks. All these free apps, and you telling me you ain't creating content on none of them. You got YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat. You telling me you ain't creating no content on none of these apps. You telling me you got all these free apps taking up your storage space on your phone, but you ain't creating content on none of them. Now, does that make sense? Does that make any sense? You got all these free apps and you spending time on these free apps, times that you can't get back, consuming content on all these apps, and you tell me you ain't making no money from none of these apps. You ain't creating no content from none of these apps. So you wasting time, valuable time of your life to consume content on all these free apps and take up all your phone storage, but you ain't creating content on none of these apps. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Free apps. I named like 7 free apps. And you can get on these free apps and create content and get paid. Why are you not creating content so you can get paid? You want to just keep consuming, 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 consuming. You're in a consuming addiction. You need to break out of the consuming addiction and get to creating. Break out of being a consumer and start creating. These free apps, everybody got these apps on their phone for free. But everybody's not taking advantage of these free apps to get paid. How? How is that possible? How is that possible? We literally have all the resources we need. You just have to hit the start button and create something. Hit the record button and create something. People always like to say, I don't know what to create. You're a liar. If anybody said they don't know what to create, they are a liar. If any person ever says, I don't know what to create, they are a liar. How do you not know what to create when you sit here watching and consuming everybody else creating, but you don't know what to create? How do you have thousands of ideas, thousands of thoughts every day, but you don't know what to create? How do you have hobbies, things that you love to do, but you don't know what to create? How do you got all these free apps, but you ain't creating? How are you wasting your valuable time consuming content when you could be creating content and getting paid? People would rather watch and consume content of somebody creating content and getting paid while they're consuming it and not getting paid instead of creating content themselves and getting paid. Now, does that make sense? Does that make any sense? It literally doesn't make sense. It don't make no change. It don't make no money. It literally doesn't make sense. People have to remember there's an abundance. There's enough for me to get paid on these apps. There's enough for you to get paid. It's enough for you to get paid. It's enough for you to get paid. It's enough for everybody to get paid. And it all starts with creating a piece of content. Everything is content. Every single thing is content. So you take these free apps that's taking up all your phone data and all your phone storage, and you use them to your advantage and you start creating on them so you can get paid. These apps might not be free forever. They might not even be around forever. They're definitely not going to be around forever. And they're definitely not going to be free forever. So you might as well take advantage of all these free apps and start creating content today. So in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to be up. You're going to be up some thousands. You might be up some millions. Use the platform to your advantage while it's here. It's free. You're on it already anyway. That's the craziest part about it. You're already on the app. You're already spending hours of your life that you can't get back on this app so you could be entertained, so you could be a consumer, so you could be in a consumer trap. How about you start creating? You're already on the app all day, doing nothing, wasting time of your life. How about you start creating something on there so you can get paid, so you can get a return on your investment? It's crazy. It's crazy. Free apps where you can make money by simply creating content. You have an opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion, right? So that means you can create content. Everybody has ideas, right? So that means you can create content. Everybody has hobbies and things that they love to do. So that means you can create content. We're literally born to create. Literally born to create. When you start creating, money is on the way. When you start creating, money is on the way. Literally. It's on the way to your bank account when you start creating. You got the most important resources that are needed, and you don't use them. You got a mind, don't use it. You got imagination, don't use it. You got $1 million ideas, don't use them. You got thousands of thoughts, you don't use them. You got all these different free apps, you don't use them.